Alright, so excuse me, shoot. Put all my stuff out of the way. Oops, I just muted myself. Okay. So you probably can't hear me too well. I have a fan going on in the background, but we're going to try. It's too hot not to have a fan and an AC going. Okay. So we're going to do Q&A reading. Let's ask. The first question is Henry in love with Amy Denton? Please note this is a reading for the public view. Doesn't mean that I don't know the answers to the questions themselves. Clarify if Henry Cavill is in love with Amy Denton. We got the Six of Swords, the World, the Justice, Five of Swords. Is Henry Cavill in love with Amy Denton? Yes or no? Let's just ask a yes or no question without interference. Is Henry Cavill in love with Amy Denton? Yes or no? Give us a straight answer without interference. And these are flying. So we got a Two of Cups and a Three of Cups. Clarify the Two of Cups, Three of Cups. King of Wands. Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles again. Okay, so this came out first initially before I could ask my question. Okay, so they're saying he wants to move into a certain direction with me. Six of Swords is like moving into calmer waters. He probably wants to move me closer to home, wants me to be very close to him. And then we have the World, so he wants, this is something he wants. This would make his life complete. Arella, get away from the area now. The Justice is about fairness. It's something that's a well-balanced energy after some kind of hardship or injustice. So they're basically translating that he feels that I balance things out and bring justice to his situation. The Five of Pentacles, it suggests that there is some significant hardships going on, technically, in his situation. And the Seven of Cups, but he does have a hopeful attitude, or he's looking at his options for what he's going to do next to fix or balance out some hardships. Arella, get away from that area now. The Two of Cups, the Three of Cups. So they suggest that this is an equal give and take energy. This is something that's mutual. Two of Cups. The Three of Cups is about harmony, getting together, spending time together. And then King of Wands shows that Henry is taking action to spend time, or he's looking to take action to spend some time with me. Apparently, I bring a lot of positive energy to him. And they say yes, outright. The Two of Pentacles. And he is juggling me in his situation. So they say that Ace of Pentacles is something that's been around for a while. It's something that he can put his mantle on. This is something that's for sure something more aligned to his stability. So, yeah, he's giving me this opportunity. He's juggling, he's jumping, trying to move into a better situation energetically. And they say that I complete his cycle, and then it also says that it's a mutual relation. Sensitive, synchronistic, synergy. Oh, my fucking dog just stole my shoe. Give me my shoe back, you little brat. I'm not going to play with you. You better quit. It's not a game to me. You better stop stealing. She always steals stuff she's not supposed to. Good thing I didn't have my shoe on my foot. Clarify if Henry is in a relationship with Amy Denton. Clarify if Henry Cavill's in a relationship with Amy Denton. Honestly, a lot of go off camera, so make sure Paul's in front of y'all. Clarify without interference. Is Henry in a relationship with Amy Denton? Three of Pentacles. Is Henry in a relationship with Amy Denton? Okay. They're saying that he cooperates with me, that there is an interest, and they're saying yes. There is romantic intention, romantic interest. Give me my shoe. Give it to me. I'm not playing. You better stop chewing up my stuff. I can't stop. Get away from my shoe. Yeah, give me my shoe. She's bad. And then they say, it's cooled down now, guys. That's why she's over here being a bride, because she's not hot anymore. She's not trying to get away from the heat. I'm taking my shoe back. Thank you. Okay, shooty. All right, so they're saying what's aligned. They're basically saying that there is a romantic interest and that he's been cooperating with me, and they're saying yes with the Ace of Swords upright. And then they show that he's controlling something by putting a Queen of Wands in suspension. So, I mean, there's obviously Queen of Wands. They're just pointing out this is probably envy. She's over here being controlled. They're going to be tying her up in suspension to get control over her. She's a Queen of Wands is an overly combative person, and they're saying that an opportunities come that will get everything under control. Something's aligned. I'm not going to go into further detail because it's about controlling her. I'm looking at answers specific to me and Henry, but they just wanted to point that out. They're saying yes, so there's a solid opportunity. They're saying this is aligned. Okay, so in regards to the question, is Henry in a relationship with Amy Denton? They're basically saying yes. Ace of Swords, Page of Cups. It's a sincere interest, sensitive. It's young. There's a lot of romantic energy with that Page of Cups. And then they say Three of Pentacles. So he collaborates. He's working together with me. And people are observing this. People are watching or paying attention to the finer details in a situation. Know that he's collaborating with me. Also, they confirm that there is an opportunity aligned with me. There is something solid with me. So it's a solid relationship, which is a good fortune, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there is a relationship there. Is Henry Cavill in love with Amy Denton to the extent that he wants to have marriage and children? Clarify. Is Henry Cavill in love with Amy Denton? Is Henry Cavill in love with Amy Denton? Yes or no? Okay, so he's trying to move forward. He has every intention moving forward to fight for some kind of rebalancing energy between us. Apparently, there's a lot of competition. Obviously, there's a lot of people trying to fight around the situation, around ideas. The challenge is Seven of Cups. They're even confirming that people have ideas about a situation with Henry, and there's a lot of this energy going on. So he has intentions going forward. He has plans with me, and there seems to be a lot of conflict stirring up because of this. And then they say the temperance, see, things are going to balance out for him. This is something that is in line that balances out his life. So they say that I mend or I heal his situation. Okay, or I heal the King of Pentacles. Okay, and then there's the Ten of Swords. So there's a lot of criticism in Henry's back. They're obviously attacking him and trying to put him down. There's a lot of that energy, and it has to do with an opportunity. Somebody's putting swords in his back because of an opportunity. They want an opportunity out of Henry, and he shut down on them. And then it shows that things balance out, or there's justice, or something legal kind of affecting the situation here. Okay, clarify if Henry is going to get rid of Natalie. Ooh, there it is. Somebody's being shady, and there's a legal dispute going on. So there's some strategy around a legal dispute. And they say yes. Ace of Pentacles for sure. He will be getting rid of Natalie. For sure. Legally. Yeah, he's paying money. There's an investment here. There may be some legalities he's strategically fighting or working with. There may be a secret going on too. I don't want to go into further detail with that, but just know that there is something that is going on behind the scenes legally. Now, clarify if Henry Cavill sees Amy Denton as his spouse, as his girlfriend. Ooh, look at that. That just came right out. Ace of Swords. Outright. This is a for sure yes answer. So he does see me as his spouse, his person already. He thinks of me as his girlfriend, his spouse. Which is why he's taking actions to limit announcements or broadcasts. Oh, shit. Wait.
Oh, Discord, you still on?
Okay, those are my buddies. Sorry.
We can probably go on.
They can't hear. Let me turn this down. Hold on. Discord buddies in World versus World. Okay. Sorry, I forgot I had them. They were so quiet for a while. I didn't realize they were still on there. Clarify. So he's taking actions around the announcements. He's trying to control, or there's some limitation or something, some boundaries he's trying to establish with the announcements, because he does see me as his spouse or his girlfriend already. For sure. It's clear, very clear. The challenge is the Page of Cups. Clarify why this Page of Cups is in challenge position. Okay, Two of Wands. Okay, Ten of Cups. Okay, so it has to do with the PR stunts. The Page of Cups as the challenge it has to do with the daughter. Okay, we're going to say the daughter in quotation marks. PR stunt, Two of Wands. Ten of Cups is the family picture. So since this is a challenge, the reason why this is a challenge position is because there's a PR going on with the story around Henry having a child with Natalie. Now let's clarify. Did Henry actually have a child with Natalie, or Clarify it, please. You say use your intuition. The little birdies. They say there is awareness because there's messages getting out. Clarify if there's a child. Yes or no? Is there a child? They say it has not manifested with the magician reverse. It was manipulated. A child has not manifested, but something was indeed manipulated, right? Now, manifestation is magician upright, and reverse, it means something has not manifested. So there is no child that has manifested, okay? The challenge is Five of Swords. Obviously, this is a challenge because this was an act to screw over somebody, to fucking betray them, right? So the whole thing with the child was to fucking betray somebody, to fuck somebody over. So it's an act. It was a betrayal. See, Three of Swords. A betrayal. Somebody trying to stick somebody with swords. He's going to be able to move this direction. Uh-oh. Just trying to end my stream. I better hurry up. The good news is Henry will be able to direct his way forward. Despite this being betrayal. They're saying that a child has not manifested. They say that people will know or people recognize because of the tangibility to messages, stuff that's gotten out. And then somebody's defensive behavior. 7 of Wands. Somebody being a little defensive over the child, right? Situation, because there's obviously a child that has not manifested. Okay? So just confirm that that's obviously a challenge in our situation. But yes, he does see me as his spouse, as his girlfriend. And that's why he's being very strict around his announcements. What he's taking actions on. He wants me to be his girlfriend, his spouse. He wants me to be there. He doesn't want Natalie screwing with that situation. Now let's look at how Henry thinks and feels about Amy Denton really quick. Currently, how does Henry feel and think? Okay. Traveling to have an encounter. 8 of Wands, messages secretly. 7 of Swords. So he's doing stuff off the radar. The 8 of Wands is about communications back and forth. And then also it shows traveling to have encounter. Sexual encounter, Knight of Wands. That came out too. Okay. And he's going to be moving something into his direction, or to a calmer direction with some kind of act. I'm not going to say specifically what this card is talking about, but just know that he is going to be directing something forward. Something is going to change, or something is going on that he's directing, or he's going to be controlling. Okay. He's directing the boat in that picture. All right, so we got a lot of support, a lot of optimism. So he feels supported. He feels that I'm very jubilant, or I bring in some positivity that he needs. So he does feel that I'm supportive for him. I'm being positive, being optimistic. And then the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, I'm also juggling his community. So he knows that I'm busy, and obviously juggling. I'm juggling the responsibilities in my life, and then also taking care of things that need to be taken care of. So he's realizing that. He sees and thinks that about me. Does Henry have a plan for Amy Denton? Clarify. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, something is manifesting, is coming to fruition. has to do with his long-term legacy, his foundations. And then we have the Justice. So he is planning on something in a very tangible way. It's a very tangible call to action, a call. He's getting the message or the notification from Spirit, or he's going to be making an announcement. It shows 10 of Pentacles and then the 7 of Pentacles. So he does have plans for this legacy. So he's very deep in thought about this. He's very focused on these Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, and it's paying off for him already. There's already rewards being reaped from his efforts. And then they say that it may come out of the blue to others. There may be an announcement, or there's some kind of call, or some kind of blaring trumpet announcement, a message that gets everyone off guard. So, I mean, there will be something that happens spontaneously. People may be taken off guard when it does take place, especially people that aren't aware of what's actually going on behind the scenes. How is Henry doing? What is he doing next? Okay, so it looks like he's fighting. He's defending himself around his public image, and then they say that he's closing himself off for a very specific reason. He doesn't want to deal with this confrontational energy, people making demands out of him, people that are looking to cause pain and heartache for him. He's fighting against these people, and it's about his public image. This 4 of Cups, so he is being very non-responsive to certain kinds of people. People make demands on him, and he doesn't do anything for them. 5 of Swords, and then the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So he's removing a hardship by doing something that may seem incredibly fucked up. Okay? He's doing something to somebody else, not to me. Okay? Let's see. When will Henry make it known? Okay, he's stressing out. He may be a little worried about me. There's a worry about juggling something, but maybe he has to turn away or deny something first. And maybe he's only stressing out about that, but I think it's overthinking. 9 of Swords is overthinking, overstressing for nothing, basically. Just a lot of a worry word. Somebody worries all the time. We have the Magician reverse. So he's manipulating something. And then we have the 5 of Cups and Knight of Wands. So he is taking action. And then it's going to lead to somebody's 5 of Cups, because it manipulates the situation around them. I think he's worried about maybe displeasing me with actions. He may be worried about whatever ends up taking place with PR. He may be worried that I may be upset over it. But it shows here that he's juggling me. So he is juggling me as his main female, the Empress, and the lovers. So the sexual romantic lovers. So he is still juggling me despite worrying. He's just worried about me being upset over some actions that may take place or may be manipulated. So again, keyword manipulation, stuff that's being forced on him to participate with. So he's just worried about that particularly. Knight of Cups, he has honorable intentions romantically. We got a challenge. So we got a negative opportunist that may be a challenge at this point. So, I mean, there's obviously stuff going on in the background that is, trying to cause stir between our situation. Obviously, you can put 2 and 2 together and figure out who that is, particularly. But It shows here that Henry has genuine, honorable intentions with the Knight of Cups, and he's communicating to me things that I need to know, stuff that can be proven before people's eyes. So he's making sure to tell me things that I can prove came from him before something official takes place, and he's going to continue this. The Three of Wands is like he has every intention on continuing to give updates to me so that I could show to the public and prove that we're lovers, because he's communicating it to me, right? For example, the wedding that Natalie tried to insinuate Henry would be attending. I'm pretty sure a while back I told people he wouldn't be attending it. But I also pointed out on Friday of last week, I think it was last week. I think the wedding was on the 1st of August. That day I didn't even know what day it was. The wedding was supposed to start. I don't care, so I don't really ask those questions. But anyways, I know from what he told me the day before August 1st, he was telling me that he had no intentions of backing up Natalie in the media. Like, he had no intention of helping defend her lies using these instances. So he basically was hinting at not going to this wedding. When I asked him if he was attending this wedding, that she was trying to insinuate he was going to go and attend with her. He was like, his response, instead of yes or no, he basically said, I have no intention of helping her lie to the public or help back her up in the public. It's literally what he said to me as a response. And he was basically hinting that he wasn't going. So, and then that ended up happening. He ended up not going. And then she, of course, kept trying to insinuate that, oh, yeah, Henry went in secret. No, he did not. He was still in the UK. She wanted people to think he went to the wedding secretly, but he didn't. So there was proof that followed later that he was not in the same instance with her. He did not attend the wedding. So, yeah. And I told people, I was like, she only did that. She only dropped these hints about the cousin's wedding and acting like, oh, yeah, Henry's on the list with her and this fucking child, Belle. Code word Jack Daniels. Like, she obviously wanted attention for that. And that's what she was good at trying to basically aim for with all that drama and talking about it and having people gossip about it. This woman is an attention whore. So she wanted people to think Henry was going to go. And of course, I know that Henry deliberately didn't want to go. It was an accident that he didn't go. He knew exactly what her agenda was with that instance. And it's pretty selfish of her, by the way. I feel bad for her family members because she used the instance that is supposed to be a special wedding for her, a family member of hers, and she was trying to exploit the instance to get herself attention and PR and to help defend her lies. The big day that's supposed to be for her cousin, she ended up making about herself. It's a very typical selfish person. Anyways, yeah, I feel bad that she even got invited. She shouldn't have been invited. She's self-centered as fuck. But anyways, there will probably be messages about that later. I know that there was some drama that broke out because of the fact that it was exposed that he wasn't there. She was very mad. She's trying to hide it. She was upset. And then she tried to go after people that were exposing the fact that Henry wasn't there. Yeah, she does this shit. Anyways, Henry told me in advance that he wasn't attending the wedding. And then I have the screenshots, the receipts to prove it. That I was telling my friend that's what he had told me. And while everyone thought he was going to go, I knew he wasn't. Again, very specific information. So, yeah. By the way, guys, there's some stuff coming up here pretty soon. I actually kind of want to look at his career reading to see what opportunities he's got coming in, because I know that there's not just the Highlander film that he's going to be working. He's been training and stuff for all that, but I'm going to go into specifics because people are being scammed by fake Henrys, and people are being told stuff that are coming from my YouTube channel. So I'm going to do my best to try to limit details, specific details. Okay, so is Henry Cavill going to get any other roles? Okay, there's some happy news coming in for Henry. A lot of celebration. 3 of Cups. A new opportunity. He's going to jump towards Page of Wands. He's going to be traveling light. This will help him move himself into a calmer direction. They say yes, and then he won't feel in defense mode anymore. Yep, he's going to jump right into that investment. It's going to be a long-term project, too. 4 of Pentacles, maybe 4-year project. A 4-year project, most likely. Or something long-term. The Knight of Wands suggests he seizes the opportunity and he invests himself completely. Queen of Cups, King of Wands, and I suspect the Queen of Cups is me. I suspect Henry will be taking action specific. Let's see, and he will be displaying something around this time online. Page of Swords. And what a misfortune it has been. The 5 of Pentacles. So there has been a shared struggle in his situation with me, but it shows here that around the time that he gets this happy news, he will be taking action to display something online completely, and it will bring him full satisfaction, full contentment, full fulfillment. And there will be the removal of competition, the arguing and fighting, people bickering and fighting and trying to get in between the situation. 5 of Wands reverse. There will be removal of this energy. There will be no more plans, no more instances where he has to juggle this fighting energy. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be investing himself any further into that energy or situation. It will be clear that he'll be back to being in his heart, being more open emotionally, or more aligned to his heart and his feelings. He will be communicating from his heart. Clarify. And they say this is something some psychics may see end up happening. There'll be communications from psychics, the High Priestess, about Henry doing this specifically. All right, so it will be out. It will be in the rumor mills that Henry has been fighting or going through a battle of some sort and going through a very stressful situation in quiet mode. So it will be common knowledge. People will know that Henry had been going through a really tough battle because of Natalie. So it will be known to the public, and then it will be no surprise that he's turning her away. it will be clear that these ideas that were talked about in the media, specifically things that were lining her bullshit, was simply generosity or paid generosity. Okay, so people will be aware. It will be clear. There will be clarity around what's going on with him romantically or his lover's energy. So there will be some clarity reached, and it will show that Queen of Wands was indeed manipulating everything, while Henry was indifferent. Four of Cups, shutting down on her, completely non-responsive, trying to like. She's insinuating, dropping hints, and this is her manipulation, and then him being shut down on her, not reciprocating. Yeah, she will, moving forward, she'll most likely be a fallen celebrity. The Chariot, the Star Reverse, the Hermit here, the Knight of Swords. There will be some news, and then there will be some self-isolation or reflection on news. Moving forward, there will be a fallen celebrity, a fallen status, and then obviously liberation for Henry. So they just clarify there will be some liberation for Henry, and she will become not so popular. I mean, nobody likes her. Nobody likes her. Everyone hates that woman's guts. It's very clear to me that people have a strong distaste for her, and that's never going to change. It's going to get worse. But yeah, that's what they're suggesting. So Henry will have some liberation and will get out of the situation. And he seems he's going to be celebrating something. There's going to be some refreshing news, something updates around his career. A lot of celebration. This man will be back in business. He'll be back on the scene. I don't see him having any more struggles because he'll be able to control and direct things into a calmer direction for himself. No more of this defensive energy that he's having to put up like behind the scenes. Him having to be defensive with Natalie and all these people trying to make demands on him. He's going to be able to get away from that energy, have a new start, new beginning. So around this time, there will be some actions, some opportunities he's going to be seizing, and it will be long term. These will be steady projects, steady income, and he'll be making a lot of money, a lot of securities gained from these opportunities. And then like I said, they point out that I suspect that Henry will be taking action to display something around the time that these opportunities are blooming for him. So it's like he'll have way more security. Anyways, I'm going to end the live here. Thanks for watching.